Greetings, people of the internet. Dovik here. Today, we have a very, very unique console with me today. This is an Xbox that I purchased on eBay for $42, and these were the games that came on it. So, as you can see, I have Borderlands, Castle Storm, Dead Space, Doom 1, and Doom 2, which is going to be the main part of this video. And I got a pre-downloaded copy of Gears of War 2 and Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Minecraft, however, is my own personal copy. I do also own Gears of War 2, but all of these games were just downloaded onto the system, as well as, and this is going to be another quick little showcase for you. It also, the previous user who had this system had a 250 gigabyte hard drive that also works with original Xbox games, as well as all of the downloadable content for, if I can get down to it, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. So I got Old World Blues, Lonesome Road, Honest Hearts, Gunrunner's Arsenal, Dead Money, all that fun stuff, and Skyrim, if I can find that. Yeah, no, there's 80 things on here. Holy shit. Yeah, okay. You get my point. So it has all this DLC and all this stuff, and I got this for about $42 plus about $20 that I spent on the actual power supply, because this was sold to me as untested. And so we're going to be looking into this system a little bit further, as well as looking at the two main games that I have on my system now, which are the Xbox Live Arcade versions of Doom 1 and Doom 2. So, a lot of people may not know this, but Doom 1 and Doom 2 have long since been delisted from the Xbox 360 store. And when I was actually getting into the Doom series, I had discovered that there were Xbox Live Arcade versions of these games, and unfortunately, by the time I had discovered them, they had long since been delisted and were no longer purchasable. And so I had, until today, had no intentions of actually getting another system. I actually, for some additional context, I won this in an auction, of all things. And so for about 42 bucks, or 62 if you count the power supply, it's a pretty standard system. I got a functioning controller. Unfortunately, the battery pack is kind of done for, and so I do have to buy a rechargeable set, but this homemade battery pack does seem to be doing me well so far. And I had no expectation to actually be able to get these running on actual hardware, because in order for me to do that, I have to soft mod my system, which actually, and this is before I kind of get into that, with the Rock Band mod that they have going on right now, it allows you to sort of mod your system temporarily, and you have to, redo the mod every single time you turn on your console and do all that fun stuff. And so I did actually have a plan to get the demo for Rock Band Blitz and to mod the system in order for me to run these games, because, like I said, until very recently, I have only been able to experience Doom 1 and Doom 2 through emulation, because thankfully my personal computer can run Xbox 360 games, but not well. And thankfully, Xbox Live Arcade games, for the most part, work perfectly fine. And so, both Doom 1 and Doom 2, and I'm gonna turn my television down a little bit so you guys can still hear me. Thankfully, I was able to run these games through emulation and finally experience these. And so, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna actually turn this down a little further. And but yes, I checked, and these games are the full versions of Doom 1 and Doom 2. I think aside from these versions, there's also Doom 3 BFG Edition and the Doom 3 Collector's Edition for the original Xbox that I think, because this system can run original Xbox games, which, fun fact, this system was actually, like I said, listed as untested, and it didn't actually say it had a 250 gigabyte hard drive or a hard drive that could run original Xbox games. And I don't actually think this is a actual official Microsoft hard drive because it didn't have the Xbox branding on it. It did have a GameStop sticker on it, so I think whoever previously had this hard drive must have ran the code, or they just removed the shell or the actual hard drive itself and just put it in a new shell. But point is, though, we got Doom 1 running perfectly fine. I have a save game already on here, but I'm going to just showcase what the game looks like and just how the game runs. So, as you can see, standard stuff. You do have to hold down the left trigger to actually run in this game, and so this is going to be a little difficult considering I gotta hold up my phone camera. And so, yeah, no, this is just like a standard version of Doom. Nothing unique. Just the standard base Ultimate Doom that includes the extra episode and all the items. Nothing's changed. Yeah, no, this is just standard Doom 1, and I can say the same for all the other levels in the game. Nothing unique. I will actually get into this. So, as you can kind of see up here, I have the secret, quote-unquote, demon profile icon because I completed a level on Nightmare difficulty. This is something that I think is unique to this version of Doom, is that it only has a grand total of 12 achievements. And this is actually the same for Doom 2 as well. You have your standard, find a secret area, complete any level, kill all monsters in a level on Hurt Me Plenty or higher, which is just the standard difficulty for those that want a equal challenge and damage to all the enemies and finding all items in a level. So I'm currently replaying all of the episodes of Doom because the achievements that are linked to all of the episodes are required to beat the game on Hurt Me Plenty or higher, which I've done that a trillion times. It's no biggie. There is, however, a unique and very interesting achievement that I also found, completing all levels on ultraviolet mode, which I will definitely have to look into doing that because I've never actually played ultraviolet mode, especially not on Doom 1 before. And so that's fun and interesting. And so I also, as you can see, have tested out the original Xbox version of Counter-Strike, Borderlands, Dead Space, and all of the games that were on the system when I booted it on all work perfectly fine. They're not demos, they're not just copied off of the disc and onto the system. These are all fully downloaded Xbox 360 games, which I think is actually really cool because I do not have the Xbox 360 version of Borderlands or Dead Space. I do have Dead Space on my Xbox One through EA Play, but I don't actually have the game on original hardware. And like I said, this is simply a 4 gigabyte console that just so happened to have a 250 gigabyte hard drive in it. And so, same with Doom 2, same amount of achievements. You got your standard complete any level, complete a level on ultra difficult or ultra violence or higher, complete any level on nightmare. And you also have the weapon-based ones where you complete any level with 100% kills, items, and secrets, and, you know, find a BFG or kill a cyber demon with your fists. So there are a lot of more variety to this particular version because if I'm not mistaken, the Xbox Live Arcade version of Doom 1 was a tad bit rushed, and I'll show you why here in a second. But yeah, no, I really like the variety of achievements linked to Doom 2, and this is actually why I wanted to play this particular version, because I found out that this particular version had an exclusive second level, No Rest for the Living, which, like I said, I have been able to experience both of these games through emulation, but this level caught my eye, and I also found out that you can technically play like the first 2 or 3 levels on the demo version, which I do actually have the demo versions somewhere. But yeah, I'm not getting rid of the previous owners' profiles because I do not want to risk losing all of these games because I don't think any of the profiles on here are actually linked to Xbox Live in any way, so I don't want to risk accidentally losing these games because I don't want to go out and actually buy these games again. But yes, so another quick little tidbit before I go into why I think Doom 1 was a little rushed is that I calculated how much all of the games, DLC, and all of the games, DLC, and also another quick little tidbit is that it also came with a free copy of Rango, which was also really nice. Is that I calculated how much the console, the controller, the hard drive, the power supply, and all of the games and DLC on the system, and I calculated how much all of this was actually worth, and it is worth a grand total of $292. And I think that's either with the power supply or without it. But yeah, I paid $42 for this. I am really fucking happy with this because I bought this with the intention of just owning a new Xbox 360. I was not expecting there to be full-ass game downloads on the system. And just to kind of show you that original Xbox games do in fact work, I got my nice little disc holder, and I have a personal copy of the Xbox original version of Half-Life 2. And I'm going to open up the disk drive and put in Half-Life 2. And just to test that everything works, this is completely unedited, and I'm showing you guys this for 100% proof, without any doubt. This is an unrecognizable disc. Hold on. Trying to see if there are any noticeable scratches on the disc. No, I don't think there are. Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, there we go. So, after some slight inconvenience, as you can see, it works. Like, this is fucking Half-Life 2. Working on a system that was listed as untested, and I got a really solid deal. Because not only did it come with the system, a fully functioning original OEM Xbox 360 controller, it also came with a battery pack, but I'm not going to explain how that happened. It also allows me to play original Xbox games, which is really nice because I didn't want to. I already planned to go out and buy a hard drive just in case this one didn't come with one, and I got lucky and it already did. So this console I bought for $42, and it comes with over $300 worth of stuff, and that's about $250 or about $240 worth of me getting my money back personally. And honestly, was this worth the money? Yes, it totally was worth the money because I got a fully functioning Xbox for $42. And the fact that this was completely untested and the seller had no way of knowing if this worked, I thought it was a huge gamble going into this because I had no idea if I had wasted my money on a Xbox, and I had no way of knowing if this was going to arrive broken or not. And so the fact that for $42 I got a fully functioning system that allows me to play original Xbox games, and it came with two whole games that I had wished I would play on genuine hardware for many years, I think this was well worth the $42 I paid for it. Honestly, one of my best purchases in recent years, aside from this little guy. This one is still a pretty solid purchase. But yeah, no, the fact that this is a fully functioning system, I just got lucky. I don't actually recommend you go out and do this. Just make sure to spend your money wisely, because I just so happened to get lucky on this one, because most of the time, people who sell their systems do not wipe the hard drives. And so, if you go out and actually purchase one of these for however much, you might actually be lucky, because from what I'm aware, people don't wipe their hard drives, which thankfully this person didn't, because it came with two games that I had wanted to play for many years, and I'm really happy with the fact that I was able to get a nice, good deal on this little guy. And so that is it. This video was a little bit longer than I was expecting, but I'm still really happy with my purchase. $42 for a system with backwards compatibility, fully functioning controller, which I didn't actually have a functioning OEM controller for my last system either, and so I think this was a really solid deal. Like I said, spend your money wisely and you might get a good deal. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Please comment down below if you would like to see me make bigger videos on these two particular versions. I will most likely be doing a follow-up video on these two versions of Doom and sort of comparing them to the versions that I have on here, or even the versions that I have on this little guy. And so, yeah, I might actually do a video on all of these games. And so I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.